Yes, as Morgan was saying, I picked up the actual flu. I had like the craziest joint and muscle aches. Like my first few symptoms were like I couldn't do like circles with my wrists because they were just like locked in place.
Actually, the biggest thing that I've maybe learned about myself is how like aerobically underdeveloped I am. That's why like I look at what he does and everything makes sense, and I'm just like, this guy should win every single race. Like, because his LT1 pace is like, it's like 4:30 mile pace. It's like mind-boggling.
And then I get back from Australia, and then Dathan's like, okay, double threshold. And then
time to get fit. Yeah,
what event do you do? I was like, I run the 15. I was like, oh, that's great. You know, I've been doing these park runs. I love running here. Have you ever joined a terrorist organization?
Find out more on the Coffee Club podcast.
Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Coffee Club, Coffee Club. Grind your beans and grab your favorite mug. It's Ollie, Morgan, George, and Gus. It's them boys from Coffee Club. Boys from Coffee Club.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Coffee Club podcast for episode 219. Today, the boys and I were very excited to just do a little roundtable catch-up style episode. Well, you know, we've got a
nice pot of tea.
Relaxing vibes today. We do have a delayed bean shout-out from JDL. Got to give a big apologies to everyone that was expecting to get mentioned last week that didn't. But you know what they say, good things come to those who wait.
They do indeed. Well, the reality was we wanted to give Sam and Sam their time in the spotlight, and we wanted to give JDL and North Carolina as a whole actually a proper recap, and we didn't want to rush either of those two things by crushing them together in one episode. So it felt more appropriate to wait and give it a real good go. And I do have to say something about North Carolina. I don't know what it is, like the running community there, or why I don't know why they're such good fans. Ollie had it at Sir Walter, and I mean we didn't have. When I went to Sir Walter, it was pre-Coffee Club, but it was still amazing. And Morg, you got to get down there.
Did I want to? I think one of my biggest. This is not really a regret. I don't know if you'd categorize this as a life regret, but I was just thinking about that. I would have loved. Well, I want to visit, but I would love to have lived in that part of the country. You know, just to experience the different vibe. I think.
What's it called? The triangle thing.
What's the is that like North Carolina?
Doritos?
No, it's like the university triangle thing.
Oh.
I can't remember.
The Bermuda
There's
Triangle?
like an insane
triangle?
There's like an insane number of universities in North Carolina too.
Yeah.
That's a random fact as well.
Bit of basketball I've heard.
But it was one of the best fan experiences I've had. And the result of that was a ton of coffee beans. So thank you so much to everyone that came down for that. Actually, Ollie, you should look at this one because it's addressed directly to Gus while I start. It was Valentine's Day weekend. So I'm going to start with this bag that's literally like a Valentine's Day bag. Oh, no, look at this box it came in.
It's amazing.
And I'm going to make you smell them too because it will blow your mind. These ones are from Steven from Prometheum Coffee Roasters, which I'm sure is down. I'm pretty sure it's down there. But now I've forgotten where this one's from. But they're all almost from South Carolina. And it's like a strawberry something ferment. And I just thought that meant like, you know, when they say like, there's like random notes to coffee beans.
Note of strawberry.
Yeah.
No, this is the real deal.
This literally smells like smell that. It actually smells like strawberries. It's wild.
Give us a whiff. Smell coffee. I do smell a little bit. I do smell some guys. I was going to make a joke and say, no, I just smell coffee, but I do actually smell some strawberries.
I'm not kidding. I think there's like, they've actually got strawberries in there somehow.
They've jammed them into the coffee.
So, Ollie, come on, get your nose in there.
That was very romantic from Steven. Hot Boys Heart Coffee Club.
Thanks, Steven. Spelled with a PH. Hey, Steven's my middle name, spelled with a PH.
Smells like cherry ripe.
From Katie and Matthew, we got some Carboro Coffee Roasters signature blend from Greensboro, North Carolina. I think there's a couple from Greensboro.
Wait, were you in North Carolina or South Carolina?
North Carolina.
Okay.
I've actually never been to South Carolina. I wasn't sure where Winston-Salem was, I'll be honest, before I went.
Yeah.
And I almost hoped it was in South Carolina so I could tick that off as a state, but
Nope.
wasn't to be.
Next time.
Some Ethiopian Guji beans from Penny Cup Coffee. These are from Rainier, from Asheville.
Asheville, that sounds like a place in like a Pokemon game or something. Like
I think that's
Ash the character. That's where he's from, Asheville.
I think Asheville got hammered in those floods last year. So
really,
shout out to the people of Asheville. Hope you and your coffee are doing good down there. It's like towards the Smoky Mountains. I think Asheville's a cool town, from what I've heard. I've never been. These ones, I've actually had these. These are very good.
Is it called Asheville because it's near the Smoky Mountains? Is that like a link there? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a great question to ask so that we have no idea to confirm or deny, but I'd like to believe it.
Are they called?
Let me say that I'd like to believe it.
How did they get the name Smoky Mountains was my next question.
A lot of people were smoking ciggies.
Or is it the Appalachian Mountains? I might have made.
Appalachian.
Is that the same thing?
I mean, all I know about that area of the US is really that's where the Wrong Turn movies take place, which scarred me in my youth. If anyone,
yeah, do not watch those movies.
Okay, next one. These are maybe my favorite ones because they're addressed from one sheep herder to another. From Elliot. I don't know if Elliot actually farms sheep or if he identifies as a sheep herder.
You think he's lying to you?
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't ask him at the time. But these are from Loom Coffee Company, also Greensboro, North Carolina.
Do you think it's a joke because the company's name is Loom? And am I wrong here that a loom is like a thing of string?
No, a loom's like what they make it like
hair from the hair of a sheep.
I feel like you're reaching, but
I like where your head's at for this podcast.
I think
you're really starting to create these.
There's something to do with threads.
Is loom
it's
a
like
real word?
I think you spin the loom to like make a thread or something.
It would make sense, I guess.
These are a nice Honduras
yarn.
Single origin. Big fan of these ones.
Do you see the card we got here?
Yeah, this card is like that one, especially that one, because this has got a funny thing for you. Did you read it already?
No. I didn't read it, but something fell out.
What did you think of that one first?
Yeah. Let me say this. This is very sweet. To Gus, I was spelled W-U-Z, wondering if you would be my doggy Valentine. I am a 2-year-old Rhodesian Ridgeback. Am I saying that correctly?
I believe so.
And I love to do the running. I hear you are a big CEO. And that is great because I like the hashtag money. Here is a picture of me since you can't sniff my butt in real life. There's a photo of the dog.
That's probably a really big dog, no? Ridgebacks are massive.
Yeah, Gus would get crushed. But he kind of needs that in his life. He likes dominant women, so that's beautiful. From Annie Shelton, P.S. My parents, Taylor and Peyton, love your podcast. Well, thank you very much.
How did you pronounce that word?
Parents, so P-A-W. So Annie, Taylor, and Peyton, thank you so much. Gus would accept this Valentine's. He'll get you the private jet out, and he doesn't let the three of us on it. He only lets himself and
these fans were awesome. They stopped to chat for a while after the race. These are from Little River Roasting Company.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Well, these are actually South Carolina, Spartanburg.
Yeah, they got some good names down here.
These are from Sparta.
I got to get to this triangle.
Sparta, South Carolina. We also have Base Camp. Where are these from? Base Camp Coffee. Have a guess.
Mount Fuji.
Cornelius, North Carolina.
Damn, their names are.
These were from. I didn't catch your name, but whoever was filming for Let's Run randomly.
Jonathan Galt.
90% sure it wasn't him.
It's a cool bag though.
And then the final bag, Coco Java. Some more Ethiopians, somethings, but this actually doesn't say what town they're from. I'm just going to assume they're from one of the Carolinas. And there's a very nice card in here. This is from. See, it's not clear if it's from, and I can't remember because it's been a couple of weeks. Jay and Guy from UNCG and Wingate.
Oh, yeah.
XCTFs.
UNC
or if
Greens
it's,
Bar.
or if his name is J Guy. If that's not clear. But it says 2 schools.
Shout out to Wingsgate.
Um,
Division 2, I think, or 3.
and a lovely card. Been listening to the podcast for a couple of years. And it also says shout out to Felix, who gave us beans at JDL. But I don't remember any of these being addressed from Felix. So
Thanks, Felix.
thanks, Felix, whoever you are. And check out what came in the card.
Whoa! Is that
Whoa.
Is that $1?
Money. Real hard cash. Greenbacks. Well, is it?
Screw bean shout outs. Just give us money next time,
Some
guys.
Some
Come
George
on.
Washington.
And
Put money in a card and give it to us.
so at the
Wow.
bottom of the card,
We
it
are
says-
really selling it out.
Come
We're
on,
full in
guys.
sellout.
Come on, guys. Buymeacoffee.com.
That's the best way to get a bean shout out is just to bribe us in the card.
We're going to have to like frame that, like put it out here. Like our
Coffee
first,
Club's first
our
dollar.
first dollar. Yeah.
Do we have to
We have to
tell the IRS about this?
Yeah.
They take what?
No.
How much of it? Probably half of it.
Maybe I think they take like 1.5.
I'll just rip.
Oh, so we got to give them 50
I'll
cents.
just rip off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay. The card ends with PS. If you're wondering what the dollar is for Ollie to buy a Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
So-
that's actually better.
Ollie gets $1. Is that how much a Mountain Dew is? How many will that get you a Mountain Dew?
That will get me a sip of a Mountain Dew at the moment with the way things are priced. That is very
this
sweet.
economy.
My plan for this dollar is a reminder that your dreams can come true with soda. Thank you.
Inspirational.
Thank you very much. It's very sweet. I'll
So
put this
that
on the
is-
table here.
That is the bean shout outs for JDL, North Carolina. Incredible fans.
Yeah.
Good
epic.
coffee down there. And that's how we're kicking off the episode.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for the beans, and we'll be talking about JDL a little bit more very shortly. How
Should we do some other small shout outs while we're in it?
Yeah. What else we got?
Well, we wanted to give a shout out to Coffee Club TC member Seth Ruling for a huge dub at the Black Canyon 50K last
Mhm.
week, trail racing. It was epic, actually. I watched quite a lot of it.
I didn't
My college roommate was running the 100 the day before. I actually didn't watch a lot of the 50. I apologize, but I saw the replays. Seth was just running like 6:15s for 30-something miles.
Bro's cooking.
And it looked sick. And freaking Jenkins was there for...
Like Eric Jenkins?
Eric Jenkins was there. I'm not for...
My goat.
Not sure if he was there with Sidious or with their pod... Whatever. Maybe with Sidious. I think we should get invited to Black Canyon.
Let's go to Black
And
Canyon,
do some
guys.
coverage.
Let's go to
It's like-
Western States.
I'd do Western States.
Or
100%.
yeah, or we could just start at the top.
Let's business trip out to UTMB. Why not? Let's go to the
Even better
Alps.
idea.
It's a write off, I think.
It
Everything's
just
right
looked like
off
a
of that.
sick atmosphere.
They do seem to have
Run
fun
through
out
the
there, huh?
running through the desert. Molly Seidel
Big
ripping
debut.
100K,
Yeah, I saw that.
qualifying for Western States.
That's
pretty
one way
sick.
to do it.
That's one way to use in in the future off year to try a new event.
Yep.
That's one way to do it.
Why not?
All in. So that's fun to see. And Seth won the 100 last year, so now he's won the 50.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
yeah.
So, little context. He was being real cheeky about it. He was really downplaying it because I went for a run with him the Sunday before, and he was like, "Yeah." Like I asked him about if he was racing. He's like, "Maybe I'm racing, maybe not." He was playing it real cool because he was crewing for one of his friends in the 100, and he said that that's going to be his main priority. And then if he feels good, he'll line up and do the 50K. So he was. He's being a bit cheeky about it.
Cheeky.
But clearly he had it in himself. He had it in the legs. So
Yeah.
well done to you, Seth.
He's just playing with us.
Yep.
And one of my favorite moments from the weekend, seeing friend of the pod but not Coffee Club TC member yet, Curtis Marshall clearing 6 meters. That made me so happy.
We got to get into the pole vault world with the
Did you
track
see that,
club.
Ollie? I loved
Yeah, I got emotional seeing it actually because I know
Dude, I did a little bit
Curtis
as
is,
well.
He's been knocking on the 6th door for a while,
and
and pole vault, like things just you can have all the momentum and things just don't when you get to that point and you've done it in practice, you've done it so many times, and then you just get to that thing and you're just so close every time, so close. And the community in pole vault, I'm sure a lot of coffee club fans and track fans know, like they have such a community. Like they're all like best mates, like Mondo, Curtis, they're all really close. So seeing him clear it, and
all the
competitors
they're like
ran and just
genuinely
tackled him,
like genuinely happy for him.
Really, because it's one of those things that, like, I mean, put into context, it's a feat that you like. It's a very high ceiling to hit that. I mean, literally. So
what can we? 31 people. I looked it up.
31. I was going to ask that. Yeah, it's not very many, is it?
And he's a bronze medalist at Worlds. He's such a talented athlete. For him to get that kind of ticked off the list is just really exciting, particularly at this time of the year, early on.
And just one of the best guys on the scene as well.
Loves his coffee. Also, recently bought a Lamrazoko Linear Mini with his bit of prize money. He sent me a photo and a video of him making a coffee. So, Curtis, I don't know if you listen to the pod. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But the Coffee Club boys, if we're in Perth, we'd love to come around and have a coffee. And
I actually think that's probably the reason he jumped 6 meters was
he's got a new coffee machine.
Yeah. I reckon that was what did it.
Yeah,
well, I think his power's been like
pretty epic.
598 or I don't even. Maybe he jumped even 599.
I think I don't know how it works, but I think he was 598.
Why would? That's funny. Like, so you can set it to whatever height you want, or it's like predetermined.
I think it depends on the competition.
It's predetermined until you win.
Because why would you ever set it to 599? Well, it's like you may as well just go for 6.
Probably, maybe it has me 5.9, but it goes up in like 3 centimeters or something. So if it's like 595, 598,
okay,
you can only choose, I think, once you've won the competition.
Yeah,
and then you can just
that makes sense.
Like Mondo,
yeah,
and then you can just make it up.
Go Mondo on it. Maybe make a couple of sick. Did you tracks along the way?
Did you see that video?
Okay, is he actually that good at singing now, or is that auto tune?
I think that's auto tune.
Unreal. I wanted to be at that concert.
I think it's auto tune, to be honest, guys.
Let me see if I can get that up.
Even if it is,
it's still very impressive.
Yeah, can we
make a song and sing like that?
Can we get that through my headphones right now?
So good that he's doing this.
He's just so bored that he's just going.
Is he doing this in the US or in Sweden? That's what I want to know.
I think it's in Sweden.
What's his audience?
I just saw like some caption that was like, "This has no right to be this catchy."
I think it's in Sweden.
This is gonna give him all our ad revenue for this episode, and he definitely needs it.
And I'm happy for it. Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of like. Yeah, it is pretty fucking catchy. What can't this man do?
It's so good.
He's feeling himself.
Can you see it on Spotify? Like how many? Has it got a lot of?
I can tell you that on YouTube, it's got almost 30,000 views.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good for a pop vaulter.
Yeah,
dude.
Pretty good.
Making some pop.
Start his pop career.
Love that. Open some doors for us boys potentially in our futures. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Become a pop group, yeah.
Well, yeah, that was
boy band.
That was, dude.
I think
boy band.
Yeah, we need to get some pole vaulters on the show.
Yeah, we got to expand
branch into that. Well, we do know a few, so maybe we can get it.
We do have. Well, I think there is a bit of other track news, but we'll probably talk about the rest of it in a more slightly extensive form. So maybe that's it for our shout outs. The other thing before we get into our kind of catch up is just a little preview that we talked about it last week, but March, I think it's 7th. I don't know, whatever the Saturday is for the LA Marathon. Us boys, hopefully, maybe all of us, but definitely a few of us will be out there in LA at the On Store celebrating the launch of the new Hyper. What's the name of it?
I think it's the double. I think it's Cloud Monster 3 and the Hyper Monster 3.
Yeah. Hyper Monster 3. But it's the one with the
light spray.
Oh,
it's the light spray. It's a light spray hyper. Monster,
light spray Hyper Monster 3.
I believe. I think it's the 3.
Hyper Monster 3 light spray.
Yeah. A very, very exciting shoe, and On is going to be doing some really cool stuff at that race. So again, if you guys are going to be there on the Saturday, I mean, this isn't for anyone. This isn't exclusive. Sorry, for people that are running the marathon. Anyone in the LA greater area, or even just California in general.
USA,
the world.
We'll be there. Saturday, we'll be doing some events at the On Store in Venice Beach, I think. We'll confirm it in the next week or so. And then we'll have a little cheer section probably for the marathon on Sunday. And we'll be, doing a little giveaway of some stuff and cool events. So definitely come check it out. Follow on the Instagram. for more info, and probably next week's pod, the week of it, we'll have some more details for you as well. But yeah, hopefully we see you guys out there. A little LA trip, Cowabunga, should be a lot of fun. So yeah, speaking of LA, just to start the show off, a bit of hype going into the Olympics. The Winter Olympics did just finish yesterday, I believe. Freaking epic.
Dude, I felt like there
Loved
was
it.
like more hype for these Winter Olympics than I can remember in like
Totally.
a long time.
Definitely more than last time.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that was because was it during COVID or something? Or was it just,
No, it was post-COVID technically, but it was probably affected. It was affected
by COVID. I mean,
it was 2022.
It was in China.
yeah.
So I think
I just feel like people got
Maybe it was
behind
the time
this.
zone. Maybe it was a time zone
I
thing.
think it was a time zone thing, and I think it was accumulation of maybe the athletes were actually quarantined in China just because of like COVID might have still been in effect. Maybe I'm not sure, but I mean,
I feel like people got
regardless,
behind this.
It was
Like,
very easy to follow here in the US.
Yeah.
And it was very exciting. And
I saw NBC spent $1 billion covering it.
I believe that. Like,
I think
they're
half
doing
of
everything.
that went to Snoop. I think.
How much does he get paid?
Maybe that was why it was so easy to follow.
Yeah. I was like watching it in America was good. It kind of sucked because everything was from the American perspective. You know what I mean? So sometimes you want to get a slightly more, it'd be nice to get I'd like an Australian biased perspective, but a slightly less like US centric perspective. But they honestly did a great job, and there was a lot of great stories across the board and just exciting events and really getting into a lot of, it definitely gets you like, because I've never really, it's been so long since I've consumed the Olympics in that way. You really, it's so easy to get into all these sports that you would not have thought that you had any business being so into. One idea that I had for it, well, it made me have for track, and I know this would never ever happen, but wouldn't it be interesting? Because one thing that's kind of crazy for like a lot of the events in the Winter Olympics is that they have both a time trial version of the event and the mass start version of the event. Wouldn't it be so interesting if in track and field they did some version of that where it was like a 1500, there's the normal 1500, and then they do a time trial 1500 separately? Because that's what they do for half of the Winter Olympic events.
Yeah.
They
Like
do.
cross-country skiing and skating. Be so interesting.
Yeah, mass. They have to change the name. This is the mass start 1500.
yeah. I think it'd be
it makes it interesting for sure.
and then like it'd just let all of us run another event.
Would you do it like, would you run, because would you just start like so many seconds behind the person in front?
Because that might get a bit crowded out there. Maybe you have to find a different way to do it.
Because in cross country skiing, everyone's still out there like kind of at the same time.
Yeah, I guess their loop is quite a lot bigger.
It is,
than
yeah.
they
That's
do.
true. That's true.
So maybe you have to do it for the marathon.
The marathon.
Time trial marathon. Question.
What were your guys' favorite moment from the Winter Olympics?
Favorite moment? That's tough to boil it down to that.
Oh, you're really putting me on the spot here.
Like I mean, yeah.
Diplo's performance. No, I'm kidding.
Did Diplo perform at the Olympics? I didn't
The
see
closing
that.
ceremony.
That
Major Lazer.
Italian skier, Brignoni, winning
The skater?
double gold. No,
the
Su-
female.
she won
The biathlon?
Super G and giant slalom.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Did
Totally.
you hear the
Dance,
roar that
yeah.
she got when she was shooting? the gun?
Yeah.
I think she was the flag bearer for Italy, and she'd like blown out her knee like last year, had it like fully reconstructed with like 41 stitches, and like only just started racing like a few weeks ago. Didn't even know she was going to come to the Olympics. Flag bearer, wins 2 golds,
Yeah. It was
home Olympics. It was electric.
Did you see when she was shooting the gun?
There's
It
this
was
different
just
one.
like it's not the same lady.
Well, he's talking about the.
I'm talking about skiing.
the skiing.
Yeah, the
not
biathlon.
Not the. he's
No,
talking about-
proper skiing.
Oh, proper skiing. It wasn't that same lady. I thought it was the same lady
That would be wild.
because there was a
There's no
clip I
shot.
saw of this Italian lady shooting the biathlon, and the roar from the Italian crowd was
Yeah, crazy.
epic.
it was fun watching the Italian athletes. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like the crowd was just going absolutely nuts for them.
Yeah. That's actually probably what I pick as well, 'cause especially with Cinta. Cinta got real emotional about watching
Yeah,
her
she seemed like a
crush
legend.
it, and it's just such a good story. There's a lot of good stories like that. don't
I
know.
was very sad for Scotty James.
Really? I thought he did great.
No,
He
well,
did.
his last run,
I'm like
didn't.
equally
Yeah.
loved his
interview was great.
interviews
Speaks so well.
and his like posts afterwards about giving it his all. Like had the gold medal wrapped up until the very last hit on the half pipe, falls, and just like he's been to 5 Olympics.
It's pretty crazy, and he still looks like he's like
in the quest for gold. But I mean, that's like the beauty of sports. Like he was quite a big favorite and came up like agonizingly short, and it's like brutal to watch. But like that's sport, and I've just like been a big fan of him.
He's like an X Games history, winning multiple like golds there. So he's like a champion. But it's just it's heartbreaking to see when you see an athlete who's such a nice guy put in like all he can possibly do. The crazy thing for me to think about it is like, and nothing to take away from the Japanese athletes because they're absolutely incredible. They're just acrobats pretty much, like what they can do. But their center of gravity is so much lower. If you see Scotty's like, I think my height, 6'2". These Japanese guys are like 5 foot and they can just spin so much faster and quicker. And Scotty's my height and doing the exact same thing. Like just the way that in itself is just a huge feat. Like also the ski half pipe was sick.
Yeah, it was.
That was pretty epic.
I just think like from everything I've been seeing that like Paris broke all sorts of like viewership records. Milan is like doubling the viewership records of Beijing. Like LA is only 2 years away. I just feel like it's gonna be
crazy,
like unbelievably I hadn't really thought how much I feel like the Winter Olympics like hypes up the Summer Olympics actually.
With that, it's never felt like that before, I would say.
Yeah.
Not like it does right now.
No.
So, yeah.
We're just in Olympic mindset right now.
Yeah. And also the fact that we live in America definitely, I think, probably helps a lot. And because especially in a lot of the NBC coverage, they definitely were purposefully.
It was very in your face.
To like lead into LA. So,
yeah they were.
Super
actually.
cool. Super
That's
cool.
true.
So,
my favorite moment was Alyssa Liu. The figure
she was cool
because like her story I think is pretty incredible. I think she won US championship when she was 14, and then I think she won another one when she was 15. Worlds she got 3rd, and then at 16, like she just like completely like cooked from the sport. Comes back 2 years later, full alt like piercings, like vibes, just like mixing it up, and comes out back on her own terms, wins the Olympic gold medal. And her song that she did at the closeout was sick. It was a Pink Panther song. It was actually so sick. It was absolute vibes. And the Ela guy, I felt bad for him because he had a really hard final, but he was doing the backflips and shit. I was like, dude, how do you do that, bro? The figure skating was sick. That was one of my highlights, just watching that.
I didn't realize that figure skating works the way it does. Where they have all like the team individuals, but also the team. So
and they also do a closeout. They just do a fun they went out and did like different outfits, like an exhibition. Yeah. I just feel like that's so.
They call it?
Yeah, it's just so fun. I feel like that's a really cool thing that they do for the Olympics. Yeah, I wish I could do backflips like that. That would be pretty sick.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Start training for the figure skating.
We'll get there.
If you really put your mind to it.
Hey, hopefully
you can do anything.
Hopefully we're at the Winter Olympics one day, doing cross country or whatever.
The speed skating looks fun, but did you see the Polish athlete get clipped in the face?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Oakley for keeping her eye. But like literally like slit like right
in
here.
In the short
sprint.
Of course, whatever it's called, short track, where they're like all together
and like really
she just skate to the face,
super low to the ground. It was just, oh man.
Sheesh.
But yeah, I'm very Olympicked up. It was absolutely splendid. I love the Winter Olympics. It was very fun to watch. Shout out to Australia for doing very well. No, we did 3 gold medals, man. You have more snow than us. I'm sorry.
Okay. New Zealand did good. It was a great couple of weeks.
New Zealand did good.
We didn't do as well as the 5 million population country of Norway that took it down.
Did you see the one guy that won? He would have been 9 on the tally. Just the one guy himself.
King Clavo.
Yeah,
they're unbelievable. As they should be up there. Come on.
Oh yeah. Well, they have the most gold medals ever.
Do they really in
Winter Olympics? Yeah.
Makes sense.
Notorious. I learned that from the trivia from Morning Brew.
We could have done trivia on Morg. We could have done the same trivia.
Yeah.
What trivia?
So this is getting another sidetrack, but maybe a thing that we could bring into the pod that we could do some trivia and bring on some guests.
Trivia.
Yeah, it was a very very fun to watch.
Down the line, we got some ideas.
Yeah,
cool.
We'll put them in the Gus pipeline.
Cool. Well, I think we haven't really updated much on what's been going on in our lives as of recent. I don't know who wants to go first. Ollie got back from Australia recently. George raced at JDL. Morgan didn't really travel anywhere, but I've been here. I've been doing stuff. So
You start us off.
I'll go first. So little Morgan update. Training has been going well since I last raced, which was 6 weeks ago now at World Cross. Been getting in kind of what I think a lot of people would be like. It's kind of more of a base phase because I felt like I needed that after all the injuries from last year. So I'm thankfully on week 6 of a pretty heavy volume type training block, and then I should be racing at the end of March. That's kind of my timeline, and I'm very excited to drop down the miles a bit and hopefully let the body freshen up a bit and get back into racing, leading into some races to start off in the spring, I guess it is then, and then hopefully a big summer of racing. That's my goal. So I'm very excited for all of that. Things have been going well. I've been just ticking boxes across the board, but nothing exciting as of yet, unfortunately. Anything else cool happening in my life? We've done a couple puzzles. One thing I did want to give a shout out to is a new sponsor that I had. I was meant to do this because this happened in Phoenix. Fos Performance, fosperformance.com. Check them out. It's a new sponsor. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen it, but it was about a month ago I signed with them. A couple of great guys from Utah, and they got a really good company, a really good thing going that they just started. I won't talk about it for too long. It's pretty much just because you can go on their website and look it up. It's like a multivitamin. This is what I tell people. It's like there's those products like AG1 or whatever who spend like $1 bajillion on marketing, and then their product is like a proprietary blend, so you don't actually even like know technically what's in it because I guess they don't have to tell you if they just say it's a proprietary blend.
That's a little sus.
So it's like, okay, well, why would you not just tell me? These guys, everything that's in their product is like legit. There's no proprietary blend. It's like everything's on the label and it's all good stuff. It's pretty much, in this day and age, unfortunately, getting all your multivitamins, everything that you need for your body can be a little more tricky than it should be, just because of the world that we live in these days. Even food itself doesn't have quite as many vitamins as they once did. So it's just a really good way to get it in. It's specific for like elite athletes, or like not elite athletes, but specific for people that really are trying to optimize their athletic performance. So go check it out, and you can get a 15% discount if you use the code MORG15. But hopefully we'll be doing more exciting stuff with them soon. So stay tuned to that for that. But and I really want to have them on the podcast because they're very, very knowledgeable about everything with the product, and hearing them talk about like every single supplement and why it's in there is very entertaining because they know a lot more than I do, and they can talk forever. But yeah, mostly just getting in solid training and getting a bit antsy and ready to step back on the track and start freaking racing a bit more, because
That's a good spot to be in, though.
it is nice. I mean, it's been really nice, but I was like, man, I haven't raced on the track in, it'll be like almost 2 years. Not quite, but it'll be 18 months at least.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
You
That's
gonna
quite
do a time trial at all? If you can't find a race, would you ever consider just like ripping something on the track, or are you just gonna wait until you find?
I'll find a race.
Yeah.
There's races out there.
Yeah, there is. They exist. They exist.
I maybe if I lived at sea level, I would do that, but I hate
Racing
running.
at altitude.
I hate racing at altitude. Like,
You did pretty well that last time you did.
but it's
The
like
3K.
it's the most painful.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's like a different type of pain,
Yeah.
and it makes me throw up. I've never thrown up after a sea level race, but I've thrown up my 2 altitude races. I've thrown up after both of them for whatever reason.
Have you learned anything in training that you've changed or adapted in your new, like, from the first 3 months of it?
Definitely
Like, for the
did.
last...
I made so many adjustments along the way, and even now, like, I still feel like I don't feel like I've perfected like my training week or anything like that yet. Like I'm trying to get in a certain amount of, like, let's say an hour 45 of threshold running a week right now, and it's just a lot because I haven't tried to do that for I guess probably ever, now that I think about it. And I think you do have to, there's things you have to learn. For example, really, and a lot of it is just dialing stuff back to be able to do that much threshold and the amount of volume that I want to do. I think like definitely just trying to get in workouts as like efficiently as possible and not stressing about them too much and keeping them as chill as possible has been like a big learning point. Like really not getting, I mean, this is like something that you could always say, but it's like not getting caught up on paces or anything, because the problem with doing so many workouts is that like if you do go over in one of them, then like the next one is probably going to be affected. Whereas the training cycle that I'm used to from the last 10 years, having 2 days at least in between every session is like you can get away with a lot more because you just have more time to recover in between the workouts. Whereas now that I sometimes do workouts every 2 days, you just don't. And then even like the day in between workouts, I have to really like make sure that I recover. So unfortunately, like I've just had to figure stuff out. Like, you know, I was doing a lot of doubles before. I don't do as many doubles now. Like I like to do singles more so that I have the whole afternoon off to recover before I work out. I have to run a lot slower now. I like if I run with people, it's actually hard sometimes because I want to run with people, but then a lot of the time I have to like run slower. Otherwise I might feel it the next day. Just little stuff like that. And that probably won't last forever. It's just like in this
adapting
early phase, like I'm just tired a lot of the time. So it's going to be a thing. Definitely try not pay any attention to what Andreas Almgren is doing because anyone that pays attention to the training that he is doing is going to feel pretty bad about themselves.
Yeah. That's universal.
That's universal. Yeah, that doesn't matter what training.
Doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing.
Recovery doesn't seem to be an issue.
Yeah, like
in between anything.
It's actually like so mind-boggling to me what he is able to do. And I don't want to start talking about and glorifying his training that much, but it is ridiculous.
It is insane
what he is capable of. And obviously there are a lot of other really good people out there who are capable of really like high levels of training, and you know, a lot of them are the best runners in the world, but still it's just like he's taken it so far. And it's very impressive to see. But he did take many years to get there, and it's not like I'm trying to get there. But I mean, if I could do the same training with him, that'd be nice. If I could run that fast and have such low lactates, I'd take it. I wouldn't say no. But yeah, I'm really excited just to get through this week, survive, and then start like being able to run faster a bit more often because I kind of miss that.
Is that block about to start?
Yeah.
Of running a bit faster?
Yeah, like after this week, I'll probably transition into like lowering the mileage, upping the intensity, some classic periodization, as they call it. So, because I'll be racing like in March, and so I'm not trying to. I would say compared to a normal year, I'll probably like focus more on the base training phase of stuff because I feel like that's what I need more of. Like Well, the biggest thing that back to your question, like actually the biggest thing that I've maybe learned about myself is how like aerobically underdeveloped I am, which is for like being a 5K, 10K runner.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like, and I've always like kind of like had a sense of that because it's like for the, you know, if you were to take a sample of like 30-minute 5K runners and then like have them do like testing, I would be like on the very under aerobically developed based on if you like had us run like see what like our threshold paces were, if that makes sense. Pretty much it means that like I think for a lot of the training I would rely a lot on my like anaerobic system more than I should. And so technically by like doing this bigger block of like pure aerobic work where I don't let it even touch the anaerobic, I'm making sure that I'm only working on the aerobic side of things, not to get too technical. And so that, because previously,
it's pretty easy for people to understand.
If I had like maybe gone a little bit too fast for me, then my anaerobic systems would step in a bit more and like compensate, and then you wouldn't get like necessarily those same benefits, or there'd be a bigger toll on your body because of that, whatever. And the aerobic systems of your body are much slower to respond to training and to develop over time. Like they take like months and years potentially, compared to like we all know that like your anaerobic system, like you can get the bad boy firing in a matter of weeks if you do like, you know, a few like good specific sessions. You'll get a lot of bang for your buck. But yeah, so a lot of the work that I'm doing is really based on like a long-term aerobic. So
do you think you realized that by just realizing that your
just by
threshold
doing
was
a lot of testing
lower than you thought it was, kind of thing?
Yeah, Yeah, it's actually pretty. I guess it's pretty straightforward. It's just by like doing so much testing, and then like, I mean, just being like, if you look on any, there like exists like training calculators and stuff. It's like when they're based on your PB, it's like based on a 30-minute 5K. It's like you should be able to technically do threshold work like very quickly, and I can't do that. Or it wouldn't be smart for me to try and do that. Like I'd be going over my thresholds.
Yeah. So it just means that's basically what it means if you're testing higher in lactate, it doesn't mean you've switched from aerobic to anaerobic, because they don't work independently like that. And if you're breathing, your aerobic system's on, but it just means it's kicking in way earlier than it should be necessarily. Or you're just using both.
Yeah, and there's a higher cost.
Absolutely. So maybe that just means it's been kicking in for you.
Yeah.
All this time, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. It's all a big experiment now, but hopefully,
I like it.
Hopefully, it leads to some very, very quick running eventually. And I mean, more importantly, like what I'm tracking is more like how the body's feeling and stuff, and that's been feeling really good the whole time. So like,
I mean, what they say is like once a highly developed aerobic system means that the anaerobic work will take way less out of you too. Like you'll be able to recover from that stuff better.
Yeah, that's what, and like, because I feel like I really have like a better understanding of that now. That's why, like, not to go back to Andreas, but that's why like I look at what he does and everything makes sense, and I'm just like, this guy should win every single race. Like based on, I know it doesn't work like that, and I know it's not that simple, but it's like, I know his easy running is like so quick, but I also know what his LT1 is, and I'm like, okay, well that makes sense, because his LT1 pace is like, it's like 4:30 mile pace. It's like mind-boggling, like, and that's probably at sea level, but still, like that's so quick to have a lactate that low. So it's so impressive, and so it's like everything just feels easy, but it doesn't actually feel easy because nothing. It's all relative, you know what I mean? But it's just crazy. But actually, so the good thing though is that like for him to get better, he has to train so hard. Whereas technically, if you're less developed, for you to get better, you don't have to train as hard. I mean, and you're not capable of training as hard, but you don't have to stress about training as hard, because
that's pretty much what we were talking to Sam Ruth about.
Yeah, exactly. Like his floor is like, it's like, bro, you're running 348 of 50, whatever it was, miles a week. It's like, you don't have to worry about what other 347 milers are doing. You don't have to worry about what they're doing. You have to just think, oh, I'm running 348 or 50 miles. What does 55 or 60 miles look like?
Yeah.
So it's I guess it's overall a good thing, and we'll see. It's a long-term project, and I'm really enjoying how it's going now. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I'm happy to have a little update for the people out there, and yeah, hope to be back racing very soon. Little Sam Ruth mention. Shout out to them for was it an under 20 New Zealand record, 7:43?
Yeah, closing out the US tour.
Yeah,
by picking up his maybe like the last New Zealand record he needed between. He has every junior record: 800, 1K, 1500, 3K, 5K, mile, however many that is, under 20 in like 1 year.
Got to get him in a 10K.
But he didn't get the New Zealand record in the 3K that I mentioned on the podcast.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. I mean, it's a really, really, really good run still. But
it was
at
7:43 at 16. That's insane.
Yeah, he's
great to see.
Continues to do crazy shit. Who wants to go next?
We'll go in this way order. Speaking of lovely Bean shout outs and great fans in North Carolina, I wasn't just there to chat to fans and drink coffee, which maybe I should have actually just done that. I raced at the JDL something sound invite fast track, I think.
Fast track, yeah.
Which I reckon that's going to be a meet everyone goes to every indoor season from now on.
It's
now
cool
that
to
they have the new track
on the calendar.
Now that they have the new track, and it's obviously fast, and it's a change up from Boston. or New York maybe. And it was like, I feel like very successful in the first edition. And they pay a bunch of prize money, and there's just no reason not to do it. I feel like if you are trying to run a good indoor race.
Well, we should just get out of the way quickly. So take everyone back, time travel 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever it is at this time. So we had our episode post Milrose, made a joke about Yared getting sick. And then the next week, we didn't record an episode. I don't know if the fans remember. We skipped a week, and the reason was that both these boys got quite sick after there. But your guys was, compared to Yared, who was sick, I guess, immediately after getting back, it was a delayed onset, unfortunately.
I don't know if that means that we got it from, well, I don't know about Ollie. I don't know if that means I got it from Yared, that it was like 3 days later or 4 days later, or if it just means it took a while to get going.
Dude, it's just that, I swear it's just the travel, this time of year, the travel to the East Coast, because even I've just seen other people getting sick from other buses. It's just every meet that you go to, especially on the East Coast or and during indoors, I guess, is like the sickness rates are just so high when everyone's inside together, and there's a million college kids there, and it's tough. It's kind of unavoidable, I guess.
But yes, as Morgan was saying, I picked up the actual flu after Milrose, which I don't think I've had the flu since college, and it's miserable.
Proper sickness.
I was already sick in January before we went to Phoenix, but just a nice little cold, which still feels like shit. But compared to getting the flu, is like nothing. I had like the craziest like joint and muscle aches. Like my first few symptoms were like I couldn't do like circles with my wrists because they were just like locked in place.
That's not good.
And it was the weirdest feeling. And then like every other joint in my body did that. I had to like hold on to the walls, like get downstairs in my house because I like couldn't walk.
Jeez.
And then I had four nights in a row of fever. So that was fun.
Ollie, how did you feel?
Yeah, pretty bad. I still feel pretty bad, but
yeah,
mine's prolonged. But yeah,
no, dude,
I was surprised that you ended up deciding to race. I know that
I was shocked when I saw it.
I know you did a little workout going into it to decide, and obviously it went well enough that you. Because the thing is with getting sick is that I've never actually seen this happen successfully at the pro level, so maybe it doesn't exist once you get to the pro level. But in high school and college, I've experienced, and you hear so many stories about people getting sick and then racing really well, like shortly after, because you get that little immune system bump where you feel invincible. But maybe
I've never had that.
Really? I've actually, maybe it's not the immune, maybe it's just the taper, the forced taper.
Yeah.
Sometimes hits right. But it's a big risk. And I don't think I've ever seen it successfully happen at the pro level.
No, I reckon like 3 weeks out now, like I'm still more tired and more sore than normal. Like I was so fatigued for like over 2 weeks. Like every single run was so tiring and so much slower than on a normal day. But yes, we ended up going anyway. Basically just in the hope that in the week before, like I took a few days off, obviously, between Milrose and JDL. And then like once the fever ends, each 24 hours gets quite a lot better. So we kind of just went in the hope that each 24 hours in the last 48 hours was going to be enough to turn it around pretty much. And still be able to race like Yared, apparently.
You did pretty well there.
Kicked that sickness, very effectively. And it just was not enough time, basically.
It's unfortunate.
And that's basically the recap of that.
It's unfortunate.
There's honestly not much else to say about that. Apart from that, it just was not enough time. And I've had sickness right off entire seasons before, so then now
be smart with it.
Now just
let the body recover fully.
Let the next few weeks took everything super easy, and still trying to get back to, I feel like, feeling feeling 100%, which is frustrating, but yeah, what can you do? We're here.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just have to respect it.
Yeah.
There are very certain sicknesses which don't affect you, like you're running, and you can essentially train through. But something like the flu is not that, unfortunately. So that does suck. But yeah, it sucked for you. Well, it sucked for you because you were racing, and then Ollie during this time, Ollie went straight from Milrose to Australia because he had some very important business to take care of.
Yeah, visa business.
Which seems to have gone successful. It sucked that you were back home. I guess at least it was probably nice weather there.
I got back. I found out about George, Dathan, and Yard getting sick. Like when I got sick, like I didn't know because I obviously left. And I got back, and it was a classic 24-hour travel. 17-mile steady progressive long run.
Well, after that travel, you kind of feel like you're sick anyway. Like it's impossible to tell.
I was pretty. I think also just from New York, I was just pretty run down. Like after that, just thinking like, oh, it's probably the travel. Ran the 17-mile steady progressive run. It was 33 degrees Celsius, so that's about what 80s to 90s, probably Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's up there.
And I was 14 miles in, and my dad because I had to drum back the trail I was running on in Australia. It's Grace Point. And I'd run back to where the car was parked to get like water because I needed to get something. And my dad looked at me and he said, "You look like really bad right now." And I was like, "No, like it's okay. It's just the travel. Like it's really hard. Like I'm not feeling great, but it's just the travel. Like just rest for the rest of the day." I got to 14 and I was like contemplating finishing. And then I was like, I gotta get done. Like the mental, like I gotta get done. Ran 17, and then after that, really sick, bedridden for 4 or 5 days. I ran I think I took 1 day off, and then I ran every other day, and then I would run for a couple miles and just throw up and just like cough. Coughing fits at night. Didn't sleep well. I don't know if I had fever or was just fucking hot in Australia. I don't know. I don't think I had the joint and the fever thing as bad as George, but I couldn't move without just coughing up a lung, and I was just having problems breathing, and yeah, it sucked because I was home and I wanted to spend as much time with my family as I could, which I was able to do, but most of them don't enjoy going out to a nice lunch or dinner in Sydney with somebody that's just coughing up an absolute storm in the corner, eating Kung Pao chicken. But here we are. I got my visa. I found out why the sticker thing changed. Morgs, because I asked them just out of curiosity.
Please tell me.
Apparently, the Australian government has tightened restrictions on US visitors that have overstayed their visas. So they've tightened on the sticker policy, which in turn, I'm not sure. So what's happened is Australia's changed the rules with how stickers function for visas. Then in turn, America has changed the rules for Australia.
So they're not as long now.
Yeah, so like it's tit for tat kind of thing. So like most countries when they work on visas, if you change a rule, then we change the rule as well, like for incoming and outgoing things. And he's like, oh, it's that's just the thing that they're doing, but like it doesn't really change anything other than you have to come back in a year and get the sticker again.
Yeah, for people who don't know, previously we could get our visa sticker could last 5 years, and now I think the max is about 2 years or something.
My I-797 lot is 2030, so it's when I got it in 2025, so it's 5 years. However, the sticker that we get is only 2 years.
Come back and redo it.
But so I don't think
sucks.
I don't think that's for New Zealand. I'm not sure, but it is for Australia, and it was because Australia changed their rule. So then in turn,
but did the US Embassy tell you this? Because maybe I wouldn't trust
it was an Australian guy at the US Embassy. So
okay.
I trusted him, and then I went for my interview, and it was kind of funny. It was like a couple minutes talking about the Winter Olympics, and she was like, "Yeah, like I'm really enjoying running it. Like, oh, you're an athlete. What's your special talent?" I was like, "Yeah, I run track and field." She's like, "Have you ever been to the Gaza Strip?" No.
Yeah.
What event do you do? I was like, I run the 15. I was like, oh, that's great. I've been doing these park runs. I love running here. Have you ever joined a terrorist organization? No. And then it's like, okay, great. Your visa's been approved. We'll see you in a couple of days. We'll get your visa.
Well done.
But
that's a tough interview.
Yeah, it was brutal. No, she was very nice. It was very. Once that was kind of locked in, it was a lot smoother. But yeah, training wise, for update for me, I think I didn't work out once. Oh no, I did. I worked out in Australia, like a very, very basic workout, and it was really hard.
Yeah.
So I just
Not much
after
you can
that I
do.
took it kind of easy. And then I get back from Australia, and then Dathan's like, "Okay, double threshold." And then
Time to get fit.
I don't know if George and Kai probably saw me, but I did not look good doing that double T. Koki and Jason said that I looked like I was going to explode. Just like my face, and I was just covered in sweat. My face looked like I had like swallowed about a gallon of hot sauce. So Dathan's like, "Oh yeah, we might need to take it easy." I was like, "Yeah, I think after like 24 hours of travel plus being sick and probably still lingering a little sick." But I'm calling this period the Ollie Declanse period because then we had a workout yesterday and I had food poisoning. I was taking trips to the toilet in between ripping 300s with Dylan, Kai, and George, and I was clenching.
That's brutal.
I was clenching. Well, the funniest thing was the last rep. I mean, Kai and George looked incredible in this workout, and so did Dylan, considering Dylan had to run most of it in flats. And we're running like 42s, 43s, 41s, 40s, and in the track. Like, that's quick running, and Dylan's doing most of it in flats. So it's pretty. I mean, he's
crazy.
He's so talented. So, but George and Kai looked really good. It was the last rep, and like usually, you kind of wanted to finish home good. I was in the early stages of shitting myself, and I'm like clenching, and like obviously when you're clenching, you're pretty tight. Your body's kind of highly strong, and the boys are just looking smooth and relaxed, and they come through the last turn to the straight, and they're kind of getting away from me a little bit. And I was like, well, I could go with them, or I'll shit myself. So what am I going to choose here? Because I was clenching up my shoulders. Like, do you relax your shoulders? I was like, no. I'm just going to clinch and keep clinching to the end. And then I ran to the toilet.
Nice.
But
I like that you refer to as your decleanse period because
my body's just gone through everything.
But is that would it not be cleanse or detoxify?
Oh, no, detox, whatever you call it. Yeah, my body's just gone through all the bad stuff now. So then I feel good for the rest of the year. That's what I call that period, whatever you call it. Detoxification or
is decleansing a word?
Probably not.
I don't know.
Now
I'm trying to think about like what decleansing means.
I thought Ollie was creating a new term.
I mean, usually I do create new terms, but
it's a good time to just bang it all out.
Yeah,
January,
get rid of all it. So I
February.
had the food poisoning. Or the food poisoning, to be fair, was mild. Like if I had real bad food poisoning, like what George had with Whole Foods in New York, I wouldn't be able to move. But it was just like really bad gastric problems. But which everyone I'm sure has enjoyed me talking about. Just been a bit rough with illness and been not feeling great and a bit run down, but excited to be back. It's been nice running with the fellas and being united with CEO Gus, who's doing really well, and excited to bang out these weeks of training, and enjoing my media,
Your what?
my media, my TV shows, my movies, my books.
Dude, I watched like the best movie ever yesterday with Cinta, and I can't believe I'd never seen it before. Have you guys seen American Gangster?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, it's a good movie.
I give it 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it, George. It's a bit long. It's almost 3 hours, but it's like peak Denzel Washington. Like, it's so good.
It's pretty. I mean, I think didn't he win a Oscar for that?
He might, or he got
Yeah,
Definitely got nominated.
The movie I do want to watch with you guys, if possible, is Hamnet. I've heard really good things about it. Jesse Buckley, apparently that performance is like generational, and Paul Mescal. Who doesn't like Paul Mescal? So,
for real.
I saw Wuthering Heights the other day for Valentine's
Was
Day.
that good?
I read the book in school. I don't know if you guys read the book in school. The book, compared to the movie, is very different. So I can understand why people don't like the movie if they're fans of the book. But the main thing is both these characters are horrible people, and it's super sexual. And Charlie XCX has the soundtrack. So like, if you enjoy that sort of stuff, it's amazing. Jacob Elordi is looking like a massive snack. I was in the theater, and it was literally 2 or 3. And I just ran. We had to get a late showing, and there's like maybe 2 guys in the theater, and then there was just all these girls and my girlfriend's next to me. And there's this scene. I don't want to spoil too much, but like he's all ragged and he's like kind of like poor and stuff. And then he comes back to Catherine, Margot Robbie, comes back to it. And he's wearing this beautiful suit. He's got the earring and the gold tooth, and he's all like looking amazing. And the panning shot of him just looking absolutely beautiful. You could hear all the ladies in the theater giggling, and then Meg just goes, "Yep." And I'm like, okay, well, no one can compete with that.
Right.
6'5"
Cool.
Aussie bloke. But yeah, it was visually very stunning. I mean, Emerald Fennell did Saltburn, and I do like that film. It's a like, I think it's like a very contemporary work. But I mean, the movie that I really have enjoyed that I watched recently was The Materialists. I really liked that film.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's with Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and Dakota Johnson.
Oh no, I did see that. I love that movie.
I really liked
I wish
that
I was
film.
into.
I thought it was
forgot
going to be
what
like a
it was
cheesy
called.
rom-com, but it was kind of like, it was a bit deeper, and the acting was pretty good.
Yeah,
And I
that's
just
good.
liked like, it was very modern way dating is and stuff. I liked it. So, but yeah, that's my update. Currently grinding Overwatch, and Geordie and I were banging out the Kid Leroy's album, which was amazing. And
You weren't lying when you said you're enjoying your media. That's a lot of media.
yeah, I just thought it was an update. I have nothing else to say. I've been sick. I haven't been running that much. Like, I had considering, like, you know, I was clenching most of the workout. I had a really good workout with the boys yesterday, even though I was like not feeling 100%. But
I like these non-running updates better.
But
I'm
yeah,
getting all
they're
these.
very
I'm
exciting.
getting all these
Um,
movie recommendations.
You have a lot to catch up on.
and well, I mean,
So do
I don't know if you've watched this yet, George, but Morgan and I have watched it. Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
no,
Best show.
I'm planning on it.
Best show.
Unreal show. Actually, the book is amazing too, George. If
I'm
you're
looking
ever
forward to
interested.
it just because the end of Game of Thrones was such a letdown.
Well, this
Yeah.
show is based off the book he's written, and
There's
it's very, very well
there's
done.
3 novellas.
Yeah, there's 3. Yeah,
There's like pretty short,
Yeah.
pretty
Mhm.
concise.
but it's an incredible show. I mean,
Dude, the casting for it.
it's fantastic.
Oh my god.
Well, the
Like,
the main actor who plays Sir Duncan Latour was an Irish professional rugby player.
yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah, and he, I mean, he's
So good.
incredible. Like, there's
So
some
good.
scenes I'm like, you would think this guy's been to Juilliard. He's incredible. But yeah, amazing show. Night Manager, I finished. Well, I've watched season 2, which Geordie recommended as well, and that's it. That's my update. I'm
So
hoping
good.
to race end of March as well, and it's exciting to be back, get into the full swing of stuff. Miss my coffee machine, and yeah.
Love it.
Outstanding.
Well, I don't know if there's much else to. The only other thing that I do want to ask you guys, and this is running related. Did you guys see what happened with the Oregon DMR this past weekend on Friday?
Yes, was it
crazy.
the Australian kid?
Yeah, it was Thomas Palfrey. Dude, I felt so bad for him.
I saw it's okay. Like,
he made
now-
up for it.
Yeah, he made up for it. So now we can make fun of him a little bit.
Yeah. So
Because
for anyone-
he did so good in 2 days later.
did you see this, Ollie?
No, I didn't know.
So on Friday down in Arkansas, this is the weekend now. The last chance weekend is like the designated DMR weekend now. And so Oregon was going for it down in Arkansas, the men's, and they had a good race, battled with Washington. Washington won. They ended up second or third in 9:18 at time of qualify. But what happened during the last leg, Thomas Palfrey had run he's a Oregon kid, Australian, had run a really good 1200, I think like 249, and he was cheering on his teammate
From the infield.
from the infield, but just a little bit too passionately, like right next to it, to the point where like a little bit too close, to the
He,
point where
like,
he tripped.
over the rail.
He
or
tripped
like
over the
something.
rail and went a little bit onto lane 1 of the track, and he bumped the Washington guy.
Not even a little bit. Like,
yeah, he full went onto lane 1.
Fully into the
right
track.
when the runners were there, bumped the Washington guy, and I guess technically impeded a few of the other teams that were in there as well. And then in the end, Washington still won. But yeah, the Oregon team got DQ'd for that, which was like, I guess if you watch it, you're like, okay, I can understand why they got DQ'd. I feel really bad for you, but like, come on, like that's
Everyone still like qualified that was going to qualify kind of thing.
yeah. So it's like you could have just like kind of like turned a line eye and just be like, okay, like all's well that ends well.
Yeah.
But then they got DQ'd. So then they had to take a trip to Boston the next day. So then the day after that race, and then instead they put Thomas Palfrey on the anchor leg now. So he had to do the most of the work. He had to do the mile, and he crushed it. And
They ran like 4 seconds faster.
yeah, they ran really fast and they qualified. So
Good motivation.
yeah, it ended well, but I was like, oh man, I felt so bad for him when I saw that
Mm.
video, because I was like, dude, you just be like, you
Nice.
just feel so
He was trying to be
terrible.
supportive of his teammate, and then in turn he got them disqualified, which is
But it was a nice redemption arc for them.
yeah.
And based
They
on
got there eventually.
this weekend, the NCAA DMR is going to be electric.
Yeah.
Dude, every year now they run times that They're on 10 seconds quicker than we ran. And I was like, I thought we were running quick.
Well, the funny thing is, I think even though, everyone's running so much quicker now, but even though it's going to get to the national championship, it's still going to be a tactical race when it gets to the mile, surely. Or do you reckon that they're going to try and push it?
It depends.
I mean, I hope it's
different.
tactical, I guess. I guess that's where I'm getting at. I think a tactical DMRs is so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good happy ending then. Good happy ending then.
Yeah.
For them.
It was. It was. But yeah, I think that's it from us, guys.
Episode 219 in the books.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening and joining us for another episode. And we look forward. Moved
here to Park City, and I need to know how to get in his
NCAA cross country championships. You lost to a guy named Morgan.
I do. Every night I think about it.
Okay, I'm so.
You good to go?
I'm easy, yeah, let's go.
And we look forward to seeing you guys all again next week. See ya.